Okay, good morning all of you. ठीक है, आज हमें साउंड बेस डिस्कस करिवा an important chapter for your B.Ed exam. Okay, so sound बेस डिस्कस करिवा questions with concept. So definitely this will help you for your upcoming exam. ठीक है. Okay, so sound means what you understand. Sound बेस so sound actually it is a type of wave. Okay, so sound. Yes, but it is sound is an energy. Just a second. Okay. Yes. So sound it is actually an energy. ठीक है जी की केमती propagate करे this propagate okay in the form of waves, in the form of waves. ठीक है. So it पचार जो first question देखो sound waves waves गुड़ाक कौन. Okay, so are the transverse, longitudinal, electromagnetic, stationary डिस्कस करिया. देखो waves दी प्रकार था, mechanical and electromagnetic. Mechanical and electromagnetic. Mechanical waves further classified to two types, longitudinal and transverse, and electromagnetic waves are transverse in nature. Longitudinal wave केतल को आजे जत्ता बेले the direction of particle vibration, okay, particle vibration direction is parallel to direction of propagation of wave, direction of propagation of wave. Example जमते sound wave, okay, बा spring रे जो waves create हुए. ठीक है. तो longitudinal रे actually कौन हुए ना, particles they move in the form of compression and rarefaction. Means whatever I am saying sound, the sound energy वर्तमान में produce करची. So this energy सामने जो air molecules अच्छे ताको push कर दो, push कर ले कौन होगा, से adjacent air molecules से अगर हम तो compress हिचो, this is compression. तो जमीती energy a layer रो बाहर के आगू को जीवो, a layer कौन करिवो, expand ही जीवो. So this is called compression first, then rarefaction. So again compression और rarefaction, पुनी compression, पुनी rarefaction. So like this the molecules are going to propagate. ठीक है. Oh sorry, like this the sound energy is going to propagate. So that is why longitudinal waves they propagate in the form of, okay, they propagate in the form of compression and rarefaction. Compression and rarefaction. Okay. Then next coming to transverse wave. Transverse wave रे कौन wave ना, particle vibrate perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave. Okay. ठीक है. जमीती की example I can write down vibration of string. Okay, so vibration of string. ठीक है. So केमती vibrate हुए like this. So particle ऊपर तल vibrate हैला. So this is the direction of propagation of the wave. This is the direction of vibration of particle. So either केमी जाए in the form of crest and trough. ठीक है. In the form of upon the crest, this is called. ठीक है. Understood. Electromagnetic waves कहाँ होती? Electromagnetic waves they are basically transverse in nature. जो थरे गोटे electric field रहे एमती, आ गोटे magnetic field रहे. And electric field and magnetic field are mutually perpendicular to each other. ठीक है. So these are called electromagnetic waves. And how they propagate? Transverse manner, माने crest and trough formation रे. ठीक है. Light is an electromagnetic wave, heat is an electromagnetic wave. Okay. ठीक है. Understood. All these are electromagnetic waves. And electromagnetic waves they do not need, okay, do not need any medium to propagate. Do not need any medium to propagate. Mechanical waves they need a medium. ठीक है. They need a medium. जमीती की sound waves. ठीक है. So बिना air रे sound cannot propagate. So it requires a medium. ठीक है. So that is why it is a mechanical wave. But if you see electromagnetic waves, they do not need any medium. Understood? ठीक अच्छे यस सो स्टेशनरी वेव क्या कहती देखो जदि एपटू गोटे एठी गोटे वेव गला अपोजिट साइड रो आ गोटे वेव एमती आसला सो एठी देखंतु वेव काहे फॉर्मेशन अछि वेव केतले फॉर्म जतले पार्टिकल डिस्प्लेस फ्रॉम इट्स मीन पोजीशन मींस जो एक्चुअल बा मीन पोजीशन जदि गोटे पार्टिकल डिस्प्लेस हला देन ओनली वेव विल बी फॉर्म सो ऊपर गेट धरंतु एफ फोर्स लागेला तळु भी एफ एठी भी एफ फोर्स एठी भी एफ फोर्स सो जदि दीटा इक्वल मींस सेम फ्रीक्वेंसी सेम वेवलेंथ रो जदि दीटा वेव ओके जदि ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में प्रोपागेट करछंती देन कोन हबो ऊपर जति फोर्स तळु जति फोर्स सो नेट फोर्स 0 हो जिवो एंड द वेव विल बी स्टेशनरी वेव ठीक अछि सो साउंड वेव एठी कोन हबो साउंड वेव्स आर longitudinal waves okay next देखो तो sound cannot travel through now sound wave is a mechanical wave okay and mechanical wave need a medium ठीक है so it can propagate through need a medium okay it can propagate through air correct water correct steel also solid correct vacuum no it is incorrect it cannot propagate through vacuum because this is a mechanical wave vacuum देखि किए जाई परिबो electromagnetic waves okay electromagnetic waves okay example of electromagnetic wave what I can say जेमते कि light कहले ठीक है is an electromagnetic wave heat okay different types of rays है गला alpha beta gamma rays radio waves okay so all these are electromagnetic waves microwaves waves okay ठीक है ultraviolet uv so many etc okay जते भी एमिति जो वर्ड this जते भी electromagnetic wave अछि all electromagnetic waves can propagate in vacuum जेमते sun rays आछे earth पर पड़छे earth is getting heated up yes or no okay so how is it because sun rays आछे that is light white light okay and light is an electromagnetic wave it does not require any medium ठीक है so the unit of frequency रे unit होची कोन hertz okay now what is frequency देखंतु frequency रे दीटा definition धरंतु गोटे given time interval for example 1 second 1 minute बा 1 hour भितरे गोटे for a given time interval गोटे event केते थर occur करूची ठीक है धरंतु गोटे सेकंड भितरे गोटे event 4 थर होची so frequency is 4 hertz okay नहले frequency अर्थ बुझंतु जदि मो गोटे wave नेली so one crest and you got a trough okay one crest and one trough मैं थोड़ा पॉइंट फिक्स करली ए पॉइंट तो गोटे सेकंड रे टाइम लिमिट मु नउची ठीक है टाइम फिक्स करली 1 सेकंड तो गोटे सेकंड बा 1 सेकंड रे केतेटा वेव ए पॉइंट ए को देके कंप्लीटली पास कर जाउचंती दैट इज कॉल्ड एज फ्रीक्वेंसी ओके सो देखो लाइक दिस कंप्लीटली पास करी गले ठीक है सो केतेटा वेव एमते पास करचन 1 सेकंड through a given point completely it's called frequency okay so it is the number of waves passing through a given point completely passing through a given point completely ठीक है and frequency SI unit is hertz ठीक है understood and आगोटे जानतु time period so time period होची कोन time taken by a wave to pass through a given point completely that means this is a wave ये गोटा point A ठीक है तो ए पर्टिकुलर वेव को ए पॉइंट ए दे के कंप्लीटली पास करिवा पई लाइक दिस कंप्लीटली पास करिवा पई केते टाइम लागु छी ओके सो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज टाइम पीरियड ऑफ ए वेव ओके आई थिंक इट इज क्लियर बुझ पारथे समझते ठीक है किंतु फ्रीक्वेंसी होची कोन गोटे पॉइंट दे के गोटे सेकंड भीतर केतरा वेव पास कर टाइम पीरियड होची कोन गोटे पॉइंट दे के कंप्लीटली गोटे पॉइंट को कंप्लीटली पास करिवा पे गोटे वेव को केते टाइम लागु छी ओके हाउ मच टाइम टेकन बाय द वेव द टाइम टेकन बाय द वेव टू पास थ्रू गिवन पॉइंट कंप्लीटली ठीक इज कॉल्ड टाइम पीरियड सो देखंतु जते स्लो रे वेव जीवो means ताको से तो अधिका टाइम लागिवो that means what I can say frequency is inversely proportional to time period ठीक है. The more time it is taking less will be the number of waves passing through a given point. And जदि another term is called wavelength. Wavelength होची कोन देखंतु गोटे wave नेली like this. Okay, so दीटा consecutive crest भितर distance or two consecutive trough भितर distance कोन कहंतु wavelength. So denoted by lambda. Lambda means stands for wavelength. Okay, it is the consecutive distance between two crests or trough. ठीक है. So जितना अधिक wavelength होगा ताको से तो अधिक टाइम लगेगा. So lambda is directly proportional to t or f is inversely proportional to 1 by lambda or f is also proportional to 1 by t. So time period अधिक frequency कम. Similarly wavelength अधिक frequency कम. क्योंकि जितना अधिक लंबा wavelength होगा ताको से टाइम लगेगा पास करे पे. So number of waves passing to given point will be less. ठीक है. Understood. So unit of frequency is hertz. Decibel, decibel is unit of sound. ठीक है. Meter the length है and joule we know energy. Okay. ठीक है. So I hope it is clear to all of you. So next देखो the speed of sound is maximum in. Okay, speed of sound is maximum in. देखो solid जदि मैं नौचे, if I am taking solids, solid रे कौन होचे? Molecules are very closely packed to each other. तो सेट पे जहाँ भी sound energy देले, immediately the vibration will pass through this molecules. Okay, but liquids रे किसी space रही जीवो like this. ठीक है. तो space रही वजह जब तोड़े sound pass करची, it will take more time to pass from one molecule to another molecule. Gas रे similarly बहुत अधिका distance. So गोटे molecule आ गोटे molecule को pass करिया पे ताको अधिका time लगेगा. ठीक है. So that is why को थोड़ा maximum pass करियो सब अधिका pass करियो solids रे. But this is very important question. यार अन्य aspects कौन को भले आउ पचारा जाई पारे that we will see here. देखंतु जदि for example I am saying alloys and pure metal. तो या भीतर स्पीड को थोड़ा अधिक रहबो alloys रे. काहे कि because alloys होची कोन हम impurities ऐड करू गोटे प्योर मेटल को. फॉर एग्जांपल दिस इज कॉपर. ओके, तो कॉपर हम ऐड करली टिन. ठीक है. कॉपर में ऐड करली टिन. सो वर्तमान ए टिन जीवो कोडे एठी जो कॉपर रो मॉलिक्यूल्स अछि ता मझरे जो स्पेस बंचेला सेठी आस जीवो टिन. सो दैट मींस वर्तमान मॉलिक्यूलर स्पेस आहुरी कमी गला. दीटा मॉलिक्यूल भीतर स्पेस आहुरी कमी गला. कमी गली यार इलास्टिसिटी बहुत अधिक हो गला. ठीक अच्छे. तो जार जो मटेरियल रो जते कंपैक्टनेस बा जो मटेरियल रे मॉलिक्यूल जते क्लोज तार इलास्टिसिटी तक हम कोन कहंती वेरी हाई. ओके, सो सेते बोले जेहेतु यार इलास्टिसिटी इज हाई, सो दैट इज व्हाट आई कैन से स्पीड ऑफ साउंड. ओके, स्पीड ऑफ साउंड विल आल्सो बी हाई. ठीक है. सो दैट इज व्हाई अलॉयज रे सब बडे अधिक रहबो एज कंपेयर्ड टू प्योर मेटल. जेहेतु सॉलिड्स रे सबठो molecules should have very closely packed, so that is why solid, then liquid, then gases. ठीक है. So maximum in solids, then liquids, then gases. ठीक है. तो एग्जाम में पचारि पारे what are the factors on which the speed of sound depends on. ठीक है. Factors on which speed of sound depends. ठीक है. सो फर्स्ट है इलास्टिसिटी. सो इलास्टिसिटी मीन्स हियर तो जते कंपैक्ट जते पाखापाखि से तो अधिक. सेकंड थिंग टेम्परेचर. टेम्परेचर जदि इंक्रीज करियो इलास्टिसिटी इंक्रीज होला स्पीड ऑफ साउंड विल इंक्रीज. टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज होला स्पीड ऑफ साउंड विल इंक्रीज और नॉट. यस डेफिनेटली स्पीड ऑफ साउंड विल इंक्रीज. काहे कि टेम्परेचर जदि इंक्रीज होची मॉलिक्यूल्स भीतर अधिक एनर्जी पळे आसीला. सो मोर एनर्जी मीन्स मॉलिक्यूल्स विल नाउ प्रोपेगेट फास्टर. So if molecules are propagating faster, definitely they will transfer energy faster. ठीक अच्छे. धरन तो गोटे हाई स्पीड ट्रेन आ गोटे लो स्पीड ट्रेन भीतर मु गोटे पार्सल रखी देली तो को पार्सल टा जल्दी पहुंचबो हाई स्पीड ट्रेन बिकॉज़ इट हैज मोर एनर्जी, इट इज ट्रैवलिंग फास्ट. तो सेम थिंग जब मैं एयर को हिट कली एयर एट हाई टेम्परेचर कैन प्रोपागेट sound at a faster rate as compared to air at low temperature. Secondly, summer season the speed of sound is more as compared to the speed of sound in winter. Okay, so therefore I can write down speed of sound is more in summer than winter. Okay, so third point देखो density. Okay, density or say humidity. ठीक है, so if density is less or if humidity is more, ठीक है, then speed will be more. ठीक है, less dense means easily it can move. जार density जते अधिका से सेते slow move करिवो. ओके कहीं से सेते अधिका heavy तो जार density कम से सेते जल्दी मूव कर जीवो. ओके जल्दी मूव करले इट कैन कैरी साउंड एट ए फास्टर रेट. ओके सो क्लियर ऑल ऑफ यू. ठीक है, which of the following determines the pitch of a sound? Okay, amplitude, frequency, speed and wavelength. Pitch means what is meaning the pitch of a sound? Pitch of a sound means how shrill, okay, or how dull the voice is, that is called pitch. ठीक है, धरंतु फॉर एग्जांपल मेल वॉइस एंड फीमेल वॉइस देयर इज अ डिफरेंस. ठीक है, सो फीमेल वॉइस मोर शार्प. ठीक है, द शार्पनेस हमें कहूँ द शार्पनेस ऑफ फीमेल वॉइस इज मोर एज कंपेयर्ड टू मेल वॉइस. मीन्स हाउ शार्प जते शार्पनेस अधिक दैट इज मीन्स पिच इज हाई. ओके, सो फीमेल वॉइस हैव हाई पिच एज कंपेयर्ड टू मेल वॉइस. ओके, सो पिच केतेबेले हाई हबो व्हेन फ्रीक्वेंसी इज हाई. ठीक है, सो देखो दिस इज फ्रीक्वेंसी इज हाई कहीं एठी वेवलेंथ you see lambda 1 and here you see, okay, so here you see lambda 2, so definitely lambda 2 is greater than lambda 1, so inversely proportional na, the frequency 2 is less than frequency 1. Okay, so here pitch is high, understood, so pitch is very high here. So which of the following determines the pitch of a sound? So frequency will determine what? The pitch of the sound, understood. More is the pitch frequency, more is the amplitude, understood. Frequency तो अधिक ही होगा, but you see here this is the maximum positive displacement, that is called amplitude. So amplitude will determine the pitch of the sound. ठीक है, so actually देखो तो amplitude means जदि maximum displacement, so maximum displacement amplitude बढ़ेला, so frequency will also increase, wavelength will decrease. So if you see like this एवर देखा तीनटा related, but which of the following determines the pitch of the sound? More appropriate you go with frequency. कहीं जदि frequency अधिका we say what? Pitch is high. Okay, and amplitude determines what? The loudness of the sound. ओके ठीक अच्छे, सो एम्प्लीट्यूड डिटरमाइन द इंटेंसिटी ऑफ द साउंड ना देखो एम्प्लीट्यूड होची कोन एम्प्लीट्यूड मैक्सिमम डिस्प्लेसमेंट of a particle from its mean position, okay, from its mean position, that is called amplitude. So amplitude determines intensity of a sound, intensity of a sound. Frequency is determined by pitch of a sound. Okay, take it. So intensity of sound means what? Means sound energy per unit area. Okay, sound energy, okay, take it, per unit or produced per unit area. So intensity SI unit hoche watt per meter square. Okay, sound energy, so watt per meter square, the power of the sound. So I think it is clear, all okay, take it, understood. So this is very important. Amplitude कौन डिटरमाइन करे एंड फ्रीक्वेंसी को की डिटरमाइन करे. एरो डायरेक्शन, लेट मी चेंज. Okay, so pitch will determine what? Frequency. Okay. Loudness of a sound depends on, yes. So loudness means kete जोर रे सुबुची. Okay, so loudness of a sound. So loudness will depend on कौन option देखो. So loudness of a sound will depend on the amplitude of the sound. Okay, depends on the amplitude. Means जते बर्तन में कौन दिखेले जे जते अधिका. Okay, as you see जते अधिका pitch जाउ ऊपर. Okay, so amplitude जते high, frequency is high, so pitch is also high. Okay, so loudness will also be high. Okay, so loudness of a sound depends on the amplitude of the sound. Okay, so SI unit of loudness, समय loudness को कोथरे measure करो. Okay, so loudness को मैं कोथरे measure करो. Any idea? Anybody can say? Same thing, जब तक मैं sound को measure करो केमती decibel. Okay, so loudness is also measured in terms of decibel. Okay, understood. So loudness of a sound is measured in decibel. So loudness of a sound means what? What is the meaning of loudness of a sound? So loudness of a sound means the vibration. Okay, how high it can vibrate, ba kete high frequency amplitude jauchi. Okay, loudness means how high the amplitude is. How high the amplitude is. Okay, that is called as loudness of a sound. Now phone is what? Phone be a unit to measure the loudness, not the SI unit. Okay, ठीक है, understood. So we have two units here. One is phone, another is decibel. Okay, ठीक है. So decibel SI unit. Hertz is frequency. Pascal कहाँ पे? Pressure. Pressure is what? Normal force on unit area. This is Newton per meter square or Pascal. Okay, normal force means area. This is A, perpendicular 90 degree normal force. ठीक है. Audible range for human ear. Okay, so audible range is from 20 kilohertz, so 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz means any sound wave jar frequency abhitar achi 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz is audible to human ears. Means human ears can hear it by listen the noise. And any sound whose frequency below 20 hertz is called as infra sound. Okay, and 20 kilohertz to adhika is ultra sound. Okay, ultra sound. Bats, they produce ultra sound. Okay, dolphins, infrasound. Dolphins produce infrasound. Which sounds having a frequency below 20 hertz are called as infrasonic. Okay, so actually this is the frequency. What important is sound or mane rakhantu Mach number. Mach number hochi kona denoted by say m. Mach number, this is ratio of speed of an object divided by speed of sound in air. Okay, so normally 330 meter per second no in air. So if Mach number is less than 1, then it is called subsonic. Mach number is equal to 1, sonic speed. Mach number greater than 1, supersonic. Mach number greater than equal to 5, is called hypersonic. Called hypersonic. Okay, ठीक है. So this is how the classification goes here. Echo कहेंगे. Echo is because of reflection of sound only once. ठीक है. Echo कहाँ कहती? Echo is reflection of sound, okay, occurring only once. And echo semti form habani. Echo pain, so this is the source, this is obstacle, so there is some minimum distance. So this minimum distance is 17 meter. ठीक है. So echo pain minimum distance required is 17 meter. Okay, for the formation of echo. Okay, ठीक है. Diffraction means this is the obstacle sound wave asila edge remti bend hegala. Okay, so this is called diffraction of sound, means bending of sound waves at edges of an obstacle. Okay, interference of sound means देखो कौन ये गोटे sound wave. Okay, आउ गोटे sound wave आसी, this is another sound wave. ठीक है. Now if both the sound wave, ये source 1 source 2 आसी, ये both the sound waves are going to overlap on each other बा coincide on each other. ताल कौन है जदि crest crest trough रही जिबे देखो तो force बढ़ी जीवन ना नहीं, एठी F force लागुची, एठी F लागुची, so ये total कितना लगी दी जन coincide हो गया 2F force लगी जीवन. तलु सिमिलरली एठी F लागिला, एठी भी F लागिला, तलु गसला 2F. ठीक अछि. So this is nothing but called as constructive interference. ठीक है. This is called constructive interference. ठीक अछि. जदि सेम साउंड वेव ए भला कोइंसाइड है लाइक दिस, ऊपर को F तलु को F, ऊपर को F तलु को F. ठीक है. सो प्लस माइनस कैंसिल हो जिवे. ठीक अच्छे. प्लस माइनस कैंसिल हो गला. दिस इज कॉल्ड destructive interference. Okay, destructive interference. So echo is due to what? Echo is due to reflection of sound only once, is called echo. Next, second, the minimum distance required to hear a distant echo is approximately 17 meter. Actually this is 17.2 meter. Okay, so exact 17.2 meter, exact is 17.2. okay, so जदि more than once reflect है, okay, ठीक है. So reflection of sound, okay, more than once is called reverberation of sound. It's called reverberation of sound. Now, sound travels faster in warm air than in cold air because warm air कौन होगा? Density of the sound is less. देखो तो pressure will never affect speed of the sound. हमें जो factor discuss कर ले, से factor छड़ा बाकी जहाँ भी पच्चर nothing will affect the speed of the sound. Okay, so से factors कौन मैं आउथर लिख दूँगी. First, elasticity. Second, temperature. ये बढ़िले speed of sound will increase, temperature increase ହେଲା speed of sound will increase. Third, humidity increase ହେଇଗଲା speed of sound will increase. Fourth, density मन रखो decrease हेले speed of the sound increase होगा, हल्का होगा ना, हल्का हेले when it is lighter it will be able to move freely. Okay, so sound travels faster in warm air than in cold air because density will decrease. ठीक है, so hot air density is less than cold air, by warm air density less than cold air density. Okay, so it is clear. The sound produced by a tuning fork is, okay, so tuning fork kona, let us understand. Okay, so tuning fork is like this, okay, and I use separate. Now if you strike this tuning fork on a rubber pad, it is going to produce sound of a fixed or particular pitch. Okay, so it will produce sound of particular pitch. Okay, so it will produce when vibrated. Okay, rubber pad hit kele kona this tuning fork will vibrate. Okay, it will vibrate to produce sound of particular pitch. Okay, and if you see, okay, here, so what type of sound it produces? Okay, so what type of sound it will produce? It will definitely produce a sound that is called what? A musical sound, means a good noise. Okay, it is going to produce a musical sound. Okay, so tuning fork sound is uh, a musical sound, actually tongue ever sound way. Okay, understood. So and here range, if you see the range of this sound, both adhika range रहता है tuning fork. Okay, so 46 hertz to around 4000 hertz it can produce the sound, and it is a musical sound. Okay, so which characteristic of sound distinguishes music from noise? Very good. ठीक है, so music और noise भितर को characteristic distinguish करे. So what it will be? Music and noise. Noise होची कौन है? Any unwanted sound is called noise. तो पचाची, so which characteristic? Okay, so what it is? तो क्या differentiate करे? Definitely it is called what? Quality. Okay, any unwanted sound is noise. Noise is what? Unwanted sound is called noise. Okay, so the characteristic of sound distinguishes music from noise is called quality of a sound. So quality of a sound nothing but determines the smoothness or how good it is to hear. Okay, but if you see quality of sound, we can say that the sound with a unique waveform. Okay, so I can write down quality of a sound. So what is it distinguishes noise from music. Okay, another thing, a specific waveform. Specific waveform. Understood? That is called quality of a sound. So loudness we have already discussed. Loudness we go for amplitude, intensity we can say. Okay, and pitch, frequency. Loudness measured in decibel. okay, and quality frequency also I've seen hertz. ठीक है, so number of waves passing through a given point in 1 second. Okay, so next second, the person hears thunder after seeing lightning. Okay, he hears thunder after seeing lightning. Why? Because light travels slower? No, light travels faster than sound. Okay, ठीक है, कहीं if you see speed of light is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. ठीक है, कोठी either in vacuum or air. देखो लाइट जिते हायर डेंसिटी मीडियम रे प्रोपागेट कर जमते ग्लास और डायमंड, डेफिनेटली द स्पीड इज गोइंग टू डिक्रीज. ओके, बट वैक्यूम रो किछ डेंसिटी नै, सो इट इज मैक्सिमम इन वैक्यूम 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. बट एयर रे भी हमें सेम नौचंती कहीं कि बिकॉज एयर डेंसिटी इज वेरी नेग्लिजिबल, 1 kg per meter cube इज वेरी नेग्लिजिबल. तो सेतमे बोली ऑलमोस्ट द स्पीड आर सेम, बट एक्चुअली सेम नुहे. Actually, if you see the speed of sound, the speed of light is more in vacuum as compared to air, but approximately pakapaki same jehetu, so for easier calculation we take that speed is same in air as well as in vacuum. Okay, but if you see speed of sound, okay, speed of sound, okay, in air, vacuum to 0, in air it is 330 meter per second, on average 330 to 332 meter per second. कहीं टेम्परेचर फैक्टर भी अच्छी, तो 340 जाए भी जाए समर सीजन में 340 पाखापाखि. अफ्रीकन कंट्रीज विल फाइंड अराउंड 340 मीटर पर सेकंड, 338 340. इंडिया रे वी टेक ट्रॉपिकल और टेम्परेट रे 330 332 मीटर पर सेकंड. देखो केते अधिक डिफरेंस है. ओके, एंड व्हाई इज इट सो? बिकॉज लाइट इज एन इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव, सो इट कैन प्रोपेगेट इन वैक्यूम, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव. ठीक है, बट साउंड अ मैकेनिकल वेव. ठीक है, so this needs a medium, it does not need a medium. Okay, does not need a medium, okay. But here it needs a medium. Okay, so light travels faster than sound. Okay, किंतु if you see जब टीवी ऑन कला बेलू को आगे साउंड सुबह देन लाइट सुबह, कहीं कि because both of them do not originate from the same source. Okay, understood? ठीक है, so they do not originate from the same source, they originate from different sources. So that is why the speed of the sound, or you hear sound earlier as compared to the speed of light. Okay, the ultrasonic waves are used in sonar. Sonar stands for sound navigation and ranging. ठीक है, सोनार कहीं यूज हुए? इट इज यूज टू मेजर डेप्थ ऑफ सी. ओके, ठीक है, मेजर द डेप्थ ऑफ सी. सिमिलरली एरियल डिस्टेंस बा एरियल रे टू स्पॉट टारगेट एरियल टारगेट. ठीक है, so that means air ray we use what? radar को waves emit करे, radio waves. radar full form radio navigation, radio detection and ranging. Okay. Radio waves detection and ranging. सो आम सोनार जगह राडार यूज करें कि ना? व्हाई? बिकॉज वाटर विल अब्जॉर्ब रेडियो वेव्स, से बोली इको फॉर्म हेनी. ठीक है, सोनार प्रिंसिपल कौन? सोनार एंड राडार प्रिंसिपल गोटे, सोनार एंड राडार प्रिंसिपल इज इको. मीन्स साउंड वेव्स जीव स्ट्राइक कर थरे ही रिफ्लेक्ट करके आसो. ओके, ठीक है, सो कैन राइट डाउन हियर राडार cannot be used in place sonar because water will absorb radio waves. Okay. The phenomenon of bending of sound waves around an obstacle we have seen is called as what? Diffraction. Okay, is called diffraction of sound. So conference hall गुड़ाक auditorium रे मझिरे माने स्टेज सामने रे you will find there is an obstacle गोटे एमती छोट पिलर बेले था. Why? Because whatever I am saying it will go strike there and it will get diffracted to the corners. The corner जो audience बसते हुए they can also hear your sound properly. Okay, that is why. The intensity of sound is measured in, we have seen intensity is measured in watt per meter square. Okay, watt is simply for power. Okay, intensity means the power of a sound per unit area. Then samna rote area achi karantu gote paper nelli some area is there, I am saying something, the sound energy gala se area go strike kala, yes or no? So the power or the joules of energy per second striking that area is called intensity by watt per meter square. Okay, so sound requires a medium for its propagation because we have seen it is what? A mechanical wave, and sound wave is which wave? Longitudinal wave. Okay, so longitudinal wave, already we have discussed this. Longitudinal wave means it propagates in the form of compression, okay, and rarefaction. Okay, so next, which of the following is an example of noise pollution? Sound from radio, sound from bird, sound from flute. These all are what? Music. Okay, quality is good. Sound from machines in factories is noise. Why noise? Because unwanted. Okay, so unwanted sound is called noise. Okay, so sound from machine in factories is nothing but noise. Okay, okay, so that's it. So whatever we have discussed today is extremely important for your examination. Okay, point of view. Definitely you will get 1 or 2 questions from this in your B.Ed entrance. Okay, so jaha bhi hum regularly discuss question YouTube re. Okay, it is not that just a free class, so good a demo dela vada. No, I am discussing in length and breadth. Okay, it's not a demo class. Okay, I am teaching concepts, important concepts, because 1 hour is a time, so it is a limited time. Okay, so I have a limitation on time. So 1 hour bhitar I am discussing all important concepts and previous year's questions, as well as most possible questions which can be asked in your examination. So this jaha bhi class hame karuchanti YouTube re, okay, whatever class I am taking here, it is good for revision. Okay, आगुरु चैप्टर पढ़ी बहुत भल कथा, न पढ़ी भी किसी असुविधा ना. यू कैन अटेंड द क्लासेस डायरेक्टली बिकॉज मो बेस रु ही बुझे बुझे जाऊँगी. ऑल इंपोर्टेंट पॉइंट्स आई एम कवरिंग. ठीक अच्छे, सो जस्ट यू कैन टेक साइमल्टेनियसली शॉर्ट नोट्स. ओके, या पर यू कैन सी द वीडियोस, ट्राई टू आंसर द क्वेश्चंस बाय योर ओन बिकॉज आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग द कॉन्सेप्ट्स ऑल्सो. ठीक अच्छे, सो अटेंड दिस क्लासेस रेगुलरली, जहाँ भी फिजिक्स क्लास हो अटेंड रेगुलरली, एंड आई होप simply by YouTube lectures also you can score very good in your examination. Okay, thank you all of you. We'll continue in the next class with a new topic.